Okay, question 14. Question 14 is a circle theorems question. So at the moment it's ABC, a point in a circle, centre O. OAC is 52, which is already marked in our diagram. Okay, and then we've got a find ABC. So ABC is going to be this angle up there, just marked with an X. Okay, and it also says give reasons for your working as well. So we've got to be aware of our circle theorems and looking at kind of what we've got. Things to remember about circle theorems is that we can also use any other angle stuff at all. So we've got angles in a triangle, we've got angles at point, angles in quadrilaterals, all of those bits. So one thing to kind of note, although it might look like it, ABC and AOC is not going to be angles in the same segment. So the X is not going to be the same as this angle at the centre. And that's because for the angles in the same segment, the angle needs to be on the circumference. So that's one thing to kind of note on there. One thing we can do though is we see we've got a triangle AOC, and we know that AOC is going to be an isosceles triangle because both AO and OC are radiuses of the circle. So we know that this angle there is going to be 52 degrees. Okay. It wants us to give a reason for our answer, and the easiest thing to do is if we give reasons as we're kind of working through it. If we kind of wait until the end, that's when it all kind of can get a bit of a mess. And the reason we're going to give for that is base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. Okay. Okay, so we've got that listed. It's okay to kind of annotate diagrams. If we're annotating the diagram and we're giving a reason in the same place, that is okay, as long as we kind of mark on the diagrams correctly. The other alternative to that would be listing underneath and saying ACO is equal to 52 and the reason next to it. That's fine. Okay, next thing we can do is if we look, we've got a triangle, so we can find this one there. Okay, this one is going to be 180 minus 2 lots of 52 because it is a triangle. Okay, so that's going to be 76. And again, we can just put angles in a triangle. Add to 180. Okay, so this is a bit which might not be as obvious. X is actually going to be equal to half of 76. Okay, and so it's going to be equal to 38. And the reason for that is the angle at the centre is twice the angle at circumference. Okay, and I'll show you, it might not be as obvious, but I'll show you how we can make it look a bit more like that in a second. So angle at the centre is 2 times angle at circumference. So looking at that, it might not be obvious as to why that's the case. But one thing that I think makes it a bit clearer, so if we imagine that point C kind of move around to say there, and I redraw this diagram, okay, then we can kind of see that this angle there and this angle there would be twice the angle of circumference. Okay, and if we look at what this angle is there, that is angle AOC. Okay, and this is angle ABC. Okay, and if we get rid of these lines, go back to what we had originally, the 76 is angle AOC and the X is angle ABC. So that's why those two bits are going to be like they are. Okay.